What's up, everybody? This is your boy Anthony Brown from Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, and you are tuned in right now to WRUG Media Group. Keep it locked right here.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Just want to start off by saying, man, I'm a big fan of your music, man. It's very encouraging and uplifting to hear that song Testimony.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. Thank you much. Thank you.
That's what's up. For those who don't know out there, man, it's your man, Tony XPI, man. I know how we do it, man. The hottest internet media company in the world is WRUG Media. I'm here with one of gospel greats, man, a very good friend to the gospel community, a guy that I look up to in the music, man, none other than Mr. Anthony Brown, and he has a group called Group therAPy. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, bro. How are you today?
Man, I'm blessed, man, and encouraged and trying to stay encouraged.
Absolutely. And stay warm out here.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely cold in Memphis. Now, I want to start off, man, you know, it's January, my favorite time of the year. We got the Stellar Awards. It's going down. Last year, the Stellars made history. They kicked it off, airing it live. And each year that the Stellar comes around, we see new artists. And this year, we got gospel greats such as yourself. So if you could, just talk about what the Stellars mean to you. I know it's their 29th year, but talk about what it means to you.
Man, you know what? I grew up watching the Stellar Awards. I've been a fan and a lover of gospel music since I was a kid. Grew up in this thing, and so watching the show every year, I've always been a fan. And I've never thought, man, in a million years that God would have it, that I would be a part of it in this way, where not only am I nominated, but performing on the show this year. So it's exciting, man. They got great hosts this year with Shirley Shepard and Ricky Smiley, and there's so many incredible performers. Hezekiah and Donald Lawrence, and Shirley Caesar, and Erica Campbell, and Tasha Cobbs, Isaac Carissa. I mean, just to be named among those people for me is just a dream come true.
That's what's up. So if you could just tell the fans how you got started in gospel music.
Man, how I got started, from the very, very beginning. I told you my dad's a pastor, so I've been, playing music in church and whatnot since I was a kid. But, with the whole gospel music industry, I got my start, most notably with Lorette Brown Clark, who, was like a mom for me. She allowed me to write for her a song called It Ain't Over, and that kind of opened up the door to everything else for me. So that's really how I got my start in this whole thing.
Okay. That's what's up. And again, that's a very big record. It's touched a lot of lives. Really encouraged me, because it ain't over until God says over. I take that to heart.
Man, that's the truth.
Yes.
The truth.
I mean, a lot of times artists that write songs, they really don't get to see the impact that these songs have on people. A lot of times we think because we're artists or we're radio personalities and that we don't go through stuff, but sometimes we play these records, it encourages us.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, I wrote that song at a time in my life when there wasn't really nothing going on. You know what I mean? I was in the early 20s, in college, had a good job. I was good. That song didn't impact me really till years later when my life took a different turn. And I'm telling you, the words that God, poured out of me in that song for somebody else, they came back for me at a time when I needed them the most. So you talking real, man. Like, we go through things as well. And those same songs that God gives us, they come back to bless us as well.
Yes, definitely. I always try to make it my business to get out here and try to educate young brothers, because I'm young myself, and a lot of times our young brothers, they don't like to hear it from somebody that's a little bit older than them because they feel like they can't relate. But I have to let them know that sometimes you have to take a step back to see where you're going. So never look down on people that's older than you, because they always have some words of wisdom. And I think it's so important that we get out here. We got to reach our young brothers out here. That's my main focus of, doing this media side, is to be able to touch young brothers, because I feel like if we don't give them, the streets is going to grab them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But, that's what gospel music for me is all about. That's what the good news of gospel is all about. It's about sharing that message of positivity, of love, and of hope. And the Stellar Awards is a great way to do that. You talked about it already. Like, it's live this year, so everybody can tune in and watch it. And even like the awards they're giving out this year to people who I believe have been pioneering this thing for a minute, working hard to spread the gospel and the good news and affect other young brothers and sisters. And that's like Hezekiah Walker, who's, getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, much deserved. You got Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who I know, has been working very hard to, make gospel music celebrated throughout our country, even making gospel music, Gospel Music Month of September every year. It's just a fantastic thing that she's done. So I'm watching these people who are pioneering the way, and I'm trying to do my part as a young artist to do the same thing you just said, to share the gospel, to share the love of Christ with as many people as I can.
That's what's up. Let me ask you this question. Now, this is just something that, being on a stage with such greats as Hezekiah Walker, Donald Lawrence, and Shirley Caesar, do you feel like if there's any pressure? Now, how do you get amped up to go out and perform in front of thousands of people?
You know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go out there, it's almost like a out-of-body experience. I'm almost like watching myself as it happens, because it's like living out, your destiny and your dream. And I mean, for me, the people you just named, Shirley Caesar and Donald Lawrence, Hezekiah Walker, these are people who I have literally watched and listened to and been huge fans of, and who I am, huge fans of all of my life. This is, it's like unbelievable. So, I don't think about it. I don't even put it in my mind so that I don't make myself so nervous that I can't do what God called me to do. Until you said it just now, I didn't even think about it. But now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Well, we're praying, that God will come in and move like never before, as he always does in such gatherings like that, because this award show, to me, it's a blessing to see, not only just for the media side to come in, but it's a great chance for our people to really see that you can be successful without being compromised, that you can be successful in a gospel career. This is the last thing I'm going to say before I get out of here. I've been battling. I wanted to be an artist. I do music, and I've been afraid for so long because I was always taught growing up that if you ain't, writing an R&B record, or you ain't out here touring in the clubs and stuff, that you not going to be successful. And as I grew up, I began to, study under gospel greats like Dr. Mattie Moss Clark and Rudolph Stanfield, and I've seen how they became successful, not being compromised by the world. And it's just encouraging to see young cats like yourself and other gospel artists out here, because it lets us know and reassure us that we can do this, for the kingdom of God and have life more abundantly on this earth. So I just want to say, man, big ups to you.
Absolutely. Man, I appreciate that. You know what, that encourages me in ways you can't even imagine. And for those who are listening and have the same kind of story, tune into the Stellars, because when you tune in and you see us up there, you're going to see a intimate look at the fact that God is able to take the very lowest, and he can make things happen for you that nobody else can do. You will not be able to deny God's power when you watch the Stellar Awards this year, because the people you see up there, myself included, are everyday people that God just decided to use, and we've just been obedient to whatever God's call is. And when you give God a yes and you let God do what God does, the sky is the limit. So tune in, y'all. Tune in.
That's what's up, man. Make sure y'all buy y'all tickets. Y'all can go online and get tickets for the Stellar Awards. If you want to be in the house, Nashville is going down January the 18th. Be there. If you can't make it, make sure you tune in. Make sure you watch it. Support the kingdom of God as these artists and these people of God continue to spread God's message of love. I definitely appreciate you. I wish you much success in everything you do. I know you're going to be cooking up a new record for us this year.
I'm already on it, man.
That's what's up, man. Again, thank you. All the fans out there, support the music. Hey, give them out that Twitter, give them out that Instagram so they can follow you.
Oh, yeah. Look me up on Facebook.com/Anthony J. Brown. And on Twitter, it's AJB Live, AJBLIVE. Hit me up. And even that day, make sure you're tuning in. If you're not there, tune in online and tag into the Stellar Award as well, Twitter.com/Stellar Awards. And that way you can follow along with what's going on live on the show.